Hi, this is going to be a very quick video on going natural. So, you decided to go natural. What's next? Well, there's many steps in going natural. One, you have choices to make. The first choice is, do I want to transition? The second choice is, do I want to do a big chop? The third choice is, am I going to just let my hair grow all the way out? Transitioning. Transitioning is meaning, how am I going to go from being permed, keratin, texturized to natural hair? You have a decision to make. You have three choices, actually. You can choose that, well, I'm going to let my hair grow out and I'll just let the natural hair get with the perm hair, and it will equal out and it will balance itself out by itself without me having to cut my hair at all. Then you have the choice to do the big chop, which means to cut your hair off where it meets with the natural hair, or you can just cut all your hair off, or just cut a little bit off where you only have like this much hair left. Then you have transitioning, where you can get weaves, you can do protective styles, which basically just lets your hair grow out until you decide that, hey, do I want to cut it, or I just want to let the whole thing grow out. So really there's only two choices, transitioning or letting your hair grow out. I think that it would be best to do the big chop, only because your hair grows faster that way. And you can notice that it's not going to take as long. If you let your hair grow out, it might take a longer time for your hair to grow out. It really just depends on the type of hair you have and your hair growth, how long it takes your hair to grow. Because some people's hair grows faster when you just let it do its own thing. Others, it needs more support, so you have to do the big chop so it can grow out. You have to get plaits, or you have to get braids, or what have you, sew-ins, or whatever, you know. So it really just depends on your hair, and you have to know your hair. Um, there's downfalls to not doing the big chop, which can be your hair takes a longer time to grow. You're not gonna know what your hair type is. You're not gonna even know what that means. It's gonna take you a longer time to learn how to do the hairstyles for going natural, because you're still gonna have perm ends, and you just not gonna know anything pretty much. Because usually, if you were to do the big chop, you're gonna do research before you do the big chop. You're gonna see what your hair type is, so you know what to do with your hair. You're gonna research hairstyles, protective styles to keep your hair nice, you know, and still looking good. So it really just depends on the step you are willing to take. In my opinion, I think that both choices are actually good choices, but I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be your decision. Can't nobody tell you what to do. They can only go off what they think. And so this is my opinion. But I think you should do research on doing the big chop, and you should do research on doing protective styles. That way you can come up with your own, you know, thing. Because nobody should tell you what they think you should do, because you might not be comfortable with cutting all your hair off when you have long flowy hair, but you may be comfortable with just letting your hair grow out, even though in reality your hair is not going to really be growing. It's just going to be going to that length, and it's just going to be eating up your hair, because believe it or not, your hair is actually falling out. Your permed hair is actually falling out while your natural hair is growing. So I think it's just easier to just cut it off. That way you won't have to worry about it falling off, because you're going to see your hair is going to take a longer time to grow. But it's really up to you. If you decide to transition, though, you can get weaves like sew-ins. You can do twists. You can do plaits. You can do poetic justice braids. You can just get cornrows. It really just depends on what you want to do. Or you can do protective styles, which are basically any style that can help your hair to grow, your natural hair to grow, before you decide to cut it. Protective styles include doing flat twists, which is basically you twisting your hair. It's like this. You're twisting your hair to the scalp, and you just twisting it, and it's flat because it's called flat twist, because it's going to be flat and it's to your root, you know, to your scalp. So it's going, instead of it being out like a regular twist, it's on your scalp, and it's on, like, you can pull it and it's on there. So that's why it's called a flat twist. So you can do flat twist. You can do the bandeau knot. It's hard to explain. You have to look it up on your own. But it's basically you twist. You know how you, well, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's basically you twisting your hair around and you making it curly to where it comes out like this, I guess you can say. Um, you can flat twist your hair and just wear it out like this, which is basically what I did. I just flat twist everything in the back and I just took it loose. Um, you can get um, a mohawk. and they just braid up the sides and leave out the middle. You can braid the whole thing. You can do sew-ins where you can have your hair, your whole head done, where you can wear it out, or you can get sew-in where you get like a bun and a bang with any type of bang that you want. However, this can harm your hair. Um, some people don't realize that if you get it done too tight or you get it done by the wrong person, it can take out your edges. You're not going to have no edges when you're trying to go natural because you already got short hair and now you don't have no edges. I mean, that's not going to be cute. So you just have to do you, and you have to know like what you could do. I know a friend of mine, she gets sew-ins, but her afro is like this. It's like real thick and it's like wow, like this, and it's very pretty. But she has somebody who does it, who knows how to do it. She makes sure they don't do it too tight. And I mean, it really looks nice on her when she gets sew in. And then when she takes her hair out, you just be like, oh my gosh, your hair grows. Some people say sew-ins help your hair grow faster. Some people say plaits or twists make their hair grow faster. It just depends on your hair. I know with my hair, I can't really tell when it grows. So I just be like, I just measure it. But it just depends on you. Now, if you decide to transition and you decide to do a big chop, it's up to you. What I did, you can do both. What I did was I transitioned first for a year, last summer to this summer, and I didn't get any more perms, and I just got my hair done. Like I got my hair straight. You can get your hair straight and all that. However, you can get heat damage if it's done by the wrong person. I did plaits by myself, and I just plait my hair up. I looked at a tutorial on YouTube, and I just taught myself how to do it. You can do that, or you can get twists done. You can twist your hair up, or you can just leave your hair alone. But you're gonna find that it's gonna be harder to do your hair when you have the natural hair and perms hair on at the same time, which is why most people decide to do the big chop. Some people have a fear of having short hair. Um, that was me at first, but I mean, after a while, you get used to the fact of having short hair because in reality, the perm hair is like this long and it's like this thin. So I mean, when you take it off, it's not going to be that much of a difference anyway. And plus, I would rather have thick hair than this thin piece of hair still stuck on me. So that was my thing because at first, I mean, I was like, I'm not going natural. Like that's not for me. I'd rather have perms. God created perms. Why not use them? So I mean, it just depends on you. You need to make sure that you're confident in what you do. Because if you're not confident and somebody say, oh, you bald head or your hair nappy or make some slick comment of that sort, you don't want to be sitting there like, I look better than you, and da 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 da. I mean, because now you have conflict going on when in reality it's dumb and it's petty. And I mean, what are you having an argument about my hair for? It's on my head, it's not on your head. So you need to be confident in it before you do it. I did research, a lot of research on being confident and going natural. That way I know how to handle situations. It's best just not to comment back and just walk away, because then they're going to feel powerless because you give them the power when you say something back because now they see that you're getting offended and they're just going to come back with ruder comments, meaner comments, and comments that's just going to make everybody else go, oh, you going to let her do something like that or him say something like that. So you just can't respond to the negativity going on around you. You just have to continue to do you because at the end of the day, this process is for you. It's not for the other person. Um, but you just have to empower yourself every morning and say, I'm beautiful, I'm still pretty, I don't have as much hair as I did before, but when it grows back, I'm going to have this long, pretty hair, and they're going to be like, oh, your hair's so long, and they're going to say nice comments. So, I mean, you have to do this process for you. Can't nobody else tell you what to do. Besides going natural, I mean, you shouldn't have no problem with anybody saying anything about your hair, but, I mean, just think of it this way. Before they created perms, what did your parents do? Just, if somebody says something to you, just be like, without them perms, I wonder what you would look like. But don't say nothing to them, just think it. And just smile, and just walk away. Because, I mean, the best thing you can do is just to shut up and put up. Or to put up and shut up. Because everybody's gonna say something to you. It don't even have to be because you're natural. It's gonna be because of what you're wearing, shoes you have on. Just because I don't have on Nikes, or I'm ugly, I don't have no swag. So they're gonna comment on something regardless of what you do. But you just have to know that anything you do and everything you do, you have to have confidence in that because your life is your decision. The way you choose to live it is up to you. So if you choose to be worried about somebody else, hey, that's you. Because I know I'm not gonna live my life stressing about what somebody else want me to do. I'm not gonna be stressed about what somebody else think of me, because this is how I see it. If you don't like me the way I am, I don't have to change myself to fit your liking. So I mean, if you don't like me the way I am, then you don't deserve me having me in your life. So it's just that simple. If you have to do like that, if it used to be your friend and they sit here talking about you, that's not your friend. That person's fake, because I guarantee you, it's not. That's not the first time they said something negative about you. They just ain't said it to your face. So basically, they're backstabbing you and they're using you probably. I don't know, but I have an upcoming video about that soon. I hope you like this video. It's basically asking you, well, it's dealing with going natural. I hope you like it, because Simply Honey will be back, sweeter than ever. Bye-bye.